Welcome, I'm back after several weeks at sea. Today will be a shorter video. First of all, I want to thank all my patrons, members, donors and subscribers. All of you are important for me. Thank you very much. Today we will have a look at the tower crane operator from UK.
Today I'm going to have a quick look at the Blue Origin fairground ride. Some people know it as the space tourism industry, but as we're about to see, nothing but a charade played out by rich people or people connected to this industry. First up, we're going to watch a quick video regarding a recent mission from Blue Origin, mission number NS20, and then I'm going to come back. I probably will pause it a couple of times during this short clip. Let's have a look. No, you're not, fella. This is a high altitude 0G rocket. Again, this clip of them in that weightless environment has got more cuts in it than an old school samurai movie. Why they needed to do that, I don't know.
Purpose with this video is not to prove that space exists. Sensible people already know that. And that they do cuts in every movie, every television show, in news broadcast. It's when they show sports on television, you always cut.
Makes no sense whatsoever. They should have had continuation here of this magic of so-called space. Perhaps this is scenes from a mocked up 0G plane that they're showing us. But I'll assume it's just real and they just like to cut it and edit it anyway for now. And here they come, back to Earth, having been, as they've put it, to space. Bear with me.
They've been 100 kilometers up and it's called a suborbital space flight.
So having landed, we now are presented with this scene which I've captured, showing the capsule and the rocket booster. In a very close proximity to each other, I may add. Let me just show you the flight profile. Regarding this pantomime, coming back, showing of course the capsule, how close it is to the booster. I'm just going to show you the map of this area.
Leo, that's not a map, it's a satellite image.
So I'm at Blue Origin's launch site. This is where the rockets take off from. This is, if I head north across this, you can see the line. This is where the rocket booster lands. Here, you can even see the scorch marks on the feather. Now you'll notice to the right here, over here, I've dropped a pin, an approximation of where I think the capsule landed in relation to the landing site.
And we all know that Leo loves science. This is really scientific. Oh, so stupid.
Now I'm just going to basically zoom out here. I want you to see, obviously the bottom is where the rocket takes off, the green is where the booster lands, and then the yellow star to the right of the green is where the capsule landed, approximately. Just want to zoom out so you've got some bearing here, north to south, which is essentially what this is. The yellow at the bottom is south, the green peg, the top, the end, the landing site where the rocket booster lands is north, and that's our gauge. So I'm coming out, okay, keep it fairly straight. As I'm coming out, I want you to get some idea of north and south. You can get a general idea. The booster, they're basically facing to the north, taking off to the north, zooming back in, taking off here, flying to the north, booster lands here, and as we can see there was some deviation with the capsule, which of course is no doubt down to wind, because if this capsule, which supposedly has been to space, and the Earth was a spinning ball, then the capsule would be dozens and dozens and dozens of miles away from the rocket booster, the landing site. But as we can see, admittedly this is only a slight approximation. Let me measure. About 0.6 of a mile, just to give you some idea of distance with this, and 2 miles. So the launch site in relation to the landing site is a 2 mile distance between them. 2 miles, that's all.
All levelearthobserver managed to prove is that he haven't studied the subject. None of this proves what he claims it proves. It's what you expect to see with this type of space flight.
And as we saw, an approximation of where the capsule landed in relation to the booster, about 0.6, maybe 0.7 miles. But of course the problem is, they've supposedly been to space, and the Earth's supposedly a spinning, wobbling, oscillating ball. Of course, if that was the case, the capsule would be, like I said just now, dozens and dozens and dozens of miles away because of so-called Earth spin, if they've been to space.
These spacecraft don't become artificial satellite and do not reach escape velocity.
This is simply a high zero-G rocket, a fairground ride for the rich. Any deviation here that we've seen where the capsule landed is obviously down to wind. Like I said, otherwise dozens and dozens and dozens of miles away the capsule should be because of so-called globe Earth spin, which of course we know scientifically impossible anyway.
Levelearthobserver, the tower crane operator that debunks things he don't understand anything about. Oh dear, this is so stupid. When you say we, Leo, do you mean the science-denying flat earth fools?
Now anyone who's going to claim, oh, we saw curvature from the windows of the capsule when it was in so-called space, well, we're going to destroy that for you. Such a damning image. Just love it. Anyway, reference the curvature thing here. Anyone, like I say, claiming they saw curvature out of the window here at the NS-20 mission. This is from the test run mission of Blue Origin, paving the way for what we've just seen, the NS-20. And as we can see here, we're seeing, or as we're about to see, I've taken a picture from ground level and a picture from so-called space, the highest altitude this rocket goes. And as we're going to see, as I've blended the images together, the curvature we're going to see is the same at ground level as it is in so-called space, proving that any curvature seen from this Blue Origin rocket capsule is optical and not physical. Let me show you. Ground level, so-called space. Ground level, so-called space. Proving that any curvature is optical.
Who have claimed that those screenshots from the video proves that you see curvature? If you know anything about photography, filming and so on, you know to be able to take a video in this small capture you need a wide angle lens and it curves the horizon. If you are on the capsule and close to the window, you will see a bigger portion of the Earth, and then you could see a slight curvature.
The lack of deviation, i.e. with regards the capsule in relation to the booster, has proved the Earth is not a spinning, wobbling, oscillating ball, one that's doing ludicrous speeds in all different directions. Any deviation that has come here has come via the wind.
How much wind was it and in what direction? Of course, levelearthobserver don't have any facts at all. He's sitting by his computer guessing.
And not Earth spin, because otherwise, like I said, this capsule would be dozens and dozens of miles away. It's not, because the Earth's not a spinning ball. We've destroyed the space tourism industry here with the mission of NS-20 from Blue Origin, highlighting no Earth spin, highlighting no Earth curve.
Once again, we who are we, Leo, I only hear you and your fantasies.
Sorry folks, you've been fooled. This isn't difficult to break the spell. You simply stand by demonstrable science, look at what's being presented, use a bit of discernment, and all of this space pantomime silly charade falls flat on its face.
This is a typical levelearthobserver video. All he proves is his own stupidity. He have no interests in facts. He never check anything because it would destroy his fantasies, and he talks about science. This was really scientific. Oh dear. This was a shorter video. I will be back soon. Regarding Ukraine, I have received some donations during my time out at sea. I haven't paid to Ukraine yet, so I will come up with a new number. Thank you all who helps me help Ukraine. Okay, see you soon. Have a nice day. Bye.